Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes. This is Jack the Ripper. And... oh. When we left off, we were investigating something. Let's see, where'd we leave off? We're getting closer. Was I supposed to go out and do something? I'm Holmes right now, correct? Hey, this is the wrong button. E. Nope. Yes, I'm Holmes. Alright, Holmes, let's go. Where are we going, Holmes?
I have no reason to go that way. Nothing of interest here. Nothing of interest here.
Oh.
Nothing of interest here.
Ha, bother.
Nothing of interest here.
Bummer.
I have no reason to go that way.
Okay.
I have no reason to go that way.
Right. To the police station, because why not?
Let's go to the cobbler's.
The cobblers. Right, the cobblers. Wait, was the cobblers? No, this one, right? No, it's pet shop. There's
Let's
the
go to the cobbler's.
We're here. Huzzah!
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep.
Evening, Mr. Holmes.
Hey, Abraham.
Good evening, Hardyman. Has Abraham Solomonovich still not reopened his shop?
Cow!
No, not that I know of.
Oh, thank you, Night Paper, for the subscription.
Have you heard anything about the latest murder?
And
Certainly
the awesome
there is
emote.
talk of nothing else. Poor girl. I hope they catch the bastard who did it.
Who do you think that could be?
A madman, that's for sure. Everyone in the area is pinning it on a Jew. But I don't believe that for a second.
Why?
Because Jews don't like blood, you see. They're not allowed to eat it, and they have to drain the meat before cooking it. It's true that they eat animals, but they are fanatical about all kinds of silly things. I don't know much about their rituals and all, but I know that a Jewish butcher can't just do whatever he pleases with his knife. He has strict kosher rules to follow.
You seem to be very well informed.
Well, I buy my meat from them too. My clients don't care whether the meat comes from Jews or not. Cats eat it regardless. And let me tell you, I'd go as far as to say that I may even have more faith in a Jew, because even if they don't eat all the offals, a Jew inspects them to see if the animal was in good health. Lungs, for the most part, and as they make up most of my cat's meat, you can see the connection, right?
Okay. Alright. Paper, you have been subscribed for 3 months. Thank you for that, Paper. Take your ducking money. Well, I'll take your ducking money.
Jews are allowed to eat offals?
Oh, yes. They eat calves' kidneys, I think.
How big is that? A calf's kidney?
Ah, well, that depends if it's fresh or if it's been marinated in brine or cooked.
When fresh, are they as big as a human kidney?
They would be, yes.
You know, Mr. Hardyman, it's lucky for both of us that the murder that took place in your mother's courtyard was only the Whitechapel killer's third. Had it been the first, I wouldn't be thanking you, as I'm doing now, for all of this important information. Goodbye and take care.
If you say so. Right, farewell, Mr. Holmes.
Let's go to the cobbler's.
Now we can finally go into the cobbler. Lady, shut up! She's either having a good time or a bad time, and I'm not sure which.
Good evening, Mr. Solomonovich.
Evening, Mr. Holmes. If you've come about the business of my cousin, I hate to say...
Before you respond to my request, I must ask you to answer this question of the utmost importance. What offals are Jews allowed to eat?
Well, the same as you.
Kidney, heart, liver?
Yes.
How are they prepared?
Kidneys are boiled, heart is often finely sliced and cooked on a skewer, and liver is always grilled.
These offals, do they come from cattle?
Yes, beef or veal.
And eating non-kosher food would be a grave affair for a Jew, isn't that right?
Yes, it would be very serious. But what are you getting at?
What am I getting at?
If I were to tell you what I'm thinking, Mr. Solomonovich, you would pull out your own eardrums to not hear the end of my sentence. It goes against the beliefs of hundreds of members of your community, and for some, perhaps even worse. I will ask you one last time before involving the authorities, who I assure you will be far less discreet than myself. Do you know who the second Joseph is, the Aldgate butcher, who your cousin knows from the Imperial Club?
His name is Joseph Hyam Levy, but I don't know where he lives. I know nothing about him, other than he's a member of the Imperial Club on Duke Street.
That street is after Church Passage, coming from Mitre Square. Am I right?
That's it.
Thank you. You have been an enormous help to both of us. Now, listen carefully. I need you to find 4 or 5 strong men among the members of your family who you trust wholeheartedly, and to wait here with them until my arrival, or you receive a message from me. Is that clear?
But if you will tell me...
Later, Mr. Solomonovich. Later.
Later.
Let's go to the Imperial Club.
I have no time to tell you things. Where was the Imperial Club?
Ah, there's the Imperial Club. Let's see if I can find Joseph Hyam Levy.
Knock, knock.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Can I help you, sir?
Indeed, I have an urgent message for Mr. Joseph Levy, the Aldgate butcher.
I regret, sir, but Mr. Levy is not at the club at present. You can wait for him if you wish.
I thank you. Do you know where I can find him? His home address, perhaps? It is a very urgent matter.
I am sorry, sir, but we do not give out information regarding the club members to people outside the group.
I understand. I must find a way to enter the Imperial Club without having to go through the entrance hall. Judging by the sound of voices and applause, there is a meeting going on at this very moment. I'll have to be very cautious.
Pardon me, sir, but the club is only open to members.
I must find a way to enter the Imperial Club without having to go through the entrance hall.
Broken coat hook, huh?
This may come in handy.
It always comes in handy, doesn't it, Holmes? Today, Friday, November 9th, 1888, 9 p.m. informational meeting. Naturalism. How to become a citizen of Her Majesty. The process and its implication. Club members' actions. 10 p.m. Open evening with musical accompaniment. Classical and traditional pieces. Mr. Bloom piano. Mr. Schatz violin. Administration will be closed all day. Hello.
Anything else, sir?
No. Not at the moment, thanks. Alright. What am I gonna do with this busted, broken hanger?
Nothing of interest here.
Brah. Oh, come on. It's gotta be something along here. Let me jump over the fence on the chair. No.
There's a cellar window behind this barrel, which is preventing me from passing.
Oh.
There's a cellar window behind this barrel, which
Okay.
is preventing me from passing.
So.
Coal. It's a service door and firmly locked. There must be a stock room in the cellar beneath this room. If I can just get into the coal cellar, I shall be in the place.
Uh-huh.
This barrel is on a wooden... I will need a pivot.
A pivot? Get me a large iron bar, my boy. Let's see. Boards. Boards and crates.
I have no reason to go that way.
I don't want to go over there.
This building is the Great Synagogue of London.
Fancy. Okay. I need a pry bar. Something can use to shift that back. Oh, is this it? No, it's just a board.
Nothing of interest.
Ah, yeah, Holmes. I'm not going to be able to use this coat hanger. That's silly.
I will need a pivot. I will need a pivot.
Come on, it's only like the coal on
Cole,
fire.
it's a
It'll burn it.
service door and firmly locked. There must be a stock room in the cellar beneath this room.
All right. Aha. Pivot.
I will need a pivot. There we are. My pivot is in place. Now, let's find something to tip over this barrel. I will need a pivot. Nothing of interest here.
Let's go back over here. Because now that that thing's in place, I bet I can pick up the thingy over here. You. No? Oh, come on. That would work, right? This. That? No.
Nothing of interest here.
Of course not. How about something to do with over here? Okay. None of this then. Really? It's none of this? Chair? Wall? Ah. Huh. I hit my pop filter. Oopsie. Let's check. That. No, my walkthrough guide that I have here. Alright, so a barrel of laughs. A barrel of monkeys. Okay, no. Wow, nope. Miles away. Okay, let's see here. Wow. I really wish this thing would... Oh, here we go. Let's see. Okay, so there's the barrel blocking the window. Get the axle, put it in the center. Go to the right of the door of the club, cross the street, and take the piece of wood on the sidewalk at the right. Ooh, what? This one? Ha! Ah! Ah! Blended in so well, I didn't even notice it there.
I should be able to make it tip over.
Well, let's do it. Get out of the way, you dirty old barrel.
Closed. The cellar window is locked from the inside by a simple iron hook.
Haha.
Let's go.
Haha! Let's
Good.
go.
Let's try to find the exit that leads to the club.
Yay! Yes, paper. We did it. Haha. What's this? Foodstuffs. And buckets. And a rope. And there's all the coal that gets shoveled in. Ooh, what's this? Come on.
This may come in handy.
I have a key now. Ooh.
Empty tin cans.
Empty cans. Oh boy.
Closed. The kitchen. It's closed, and besides, I won't find what I'm looking for in there. Administration. Perfect. This must be where the information on club members is kept. Let's hope that it really is the key to this door. Administration. Perfect. This must be where the information on club members is kept.
Alright.
A page from an old Yiddish English dictionary. Court's proceedings. Curious.
New court. Tuesday, April 6th, 1886. Before Mr. Recorder. 419 Morris Phillips, 30. Moss Wolf, 16. And Jacob Levy, 30. Stealing 14 pounds of meat of Hyman Sampson, the master of Phillips and Wolf. Ooh, shame. Mr. Clare prosecuted. Mr. Moiser appeared for Phillips. Mr. Black for Wolf. Mr. Georgigan for Levy. Samuel Bacon, city policeman, 941. I received information from my inspector, and on 10th March at 6:15 a.m. I was watching the persecutor's shop. The persecutor's shop? Phillips came up to the door and knocked, got answer, and went away. About 2 minutes afterwards, Levy came out at his shop door, which is next door. A post divides them. He knocked at Mr. Sampson's door and went back into his own door, came out again in a minute or two, unscrewed the bolt of his shutter bar, and then looked around and knocked at Mr. Sampson's door again. There being no answer, he went down the street 10 or 12 yards to the corner of Stony Lane. Phillips joined him. They conversed and went back to Mr. Sampson's door. Phillips knocked and Levy went in at his own door. The door was opened. Phillips went in and turned up the gas. Levy came out of his shop and went into Mr. Sampson's shop, where he had a conversation with Phillips. He came back in about a minute and went into his own shop, where I saw Wolf, who brought a piece of meat from the back of the shop to the door and hung it on a hook just inside the door, and then came out on the footway, looked around, took the meat off the hook, and took it quickly in at Lewis's door and gave it to Lewis. He then returned to Sampson's shop. I ran into Levy's shop, caught a hold of him with the meat in his hand, and asked what he was going to do with it. He said, "We're only having a lark. I'm going to weigh it." I said I did not believe it. I should take him to Mr. Sampson, which I did, and then took him to the station, where he repeated that it was only a lark. I found 32L10S9D in his pocket. Oh, I should know what that is. The meat was 14 pounds of beef. I had been watching since 5:15. It was perfectly light inside at 6:15, but not inside Levy's shop. There's been no gas. Cross-examined by Mr. Black, I was in some buildings opposite, lying among some bricks and rubbish, but not within hearing distance. I could not see who opened the door, as the shutters were not down, but Phillips turned the gas up afterward. We were both in plain clothes. Wolf sleeps on the premises. James Jones, city policeman, 935. I was with Bacon. I have heard his evidence and corroborate it. I went to Sampson's shop and said Phillips and Wolf. I told them I was a police officer and should take them in custody for stealing a piece of beef. Phillips said, "I know nothing about it. I came from the back of the shop." Wolf said, "I know nothing about it. I took them to to the station. Cross-examined by Mr. Black, Wolf did not say, "I know nothing about it." I correct myself. He made no reply. Cross-examined by Mr. Gogan, I did not go into Levy's shop, nor did I see in as the shutters were up. There may have been a quantity of meat in the background. Hemmens Sampson? That's a weird, okay. I am a butcher of 35, Middlesex Street. Phillips and Wolf were my servants. Phillips about 3 months, and Wolf about 2.5 years. I had spoken to the police, and on 10th March, 5 o'clock, I went to market. I was sent for and came back and found the 3 prisoners in custody. The policeman asked Levy what he intended to do with it. He said that the boy brought it in for a lark, and then said, "Mr. Sampson, you are not going to do anything with me. The meat was worth 7 sterling." Cross-examined by Mr. Moyer, Phillips slept at the shop on Wednesday and Thursday. This was Wednesday morning. He would sleep away from the shop on Tuesday nights. Cross-examined by Mr. Black. I discouraged Wolf once and took him back again. I had a place in Goldstone Street for 19 years. I know Binwell, a butcher. I took Wolf from his employ. I never asked for a character. He was only a little boy. I have never found fault with him before. Cross-examined Mr. George. Levy was there before I came. He was not taking customers from me. I have no animosity against him. I have met him out of business hours. This was not the best meat at 6D a pound. I have some at 11D. Levy has never chaffed me and said that his meat was better than mine. He buys from the same killer as I do. I sell more expensive meat than he does, but there has been no joking about it, nor did we ever bet around about it. The Jewish authorities will not give a man a license unless he has an excellent character. I have accused my wife of robbing me. I did not find out that she had a separate banking account. I did not accuse her before Phillips came into my service. I may have said at the police court that I accused her 12 months ago. I have not said that if Levy would leave his shop, I would not carry on with the persecution against him. I would not let him off for £10,000. Re-examined at 6:15 a.m. My 5 employees were on the premises. Levy received a good character. Phillips not guilty. Wolf guilty. Recommend no mercy by the jury. 4 months hard labor. Levy guilty of receiving 12 months hard labor. Whoa. Okay. What's this? Matchbooks?
Some square metal tokens. Curious. There is a document.
Sir, I wanted to let you know that if your club needed kosher meat when you have any special functions, I would be available to furnish it for you, guaranteed by a compliant arbiter. It will be delivered directly to your society at the time that is convenient to reasonable prices. Do not hesitate to call upon my services. Jacob Levy. Refused on the advice of Joseph Hyam Levy.
There must have been litigation between Joseph Hyam Levy and Jacob Levy.
Anything else?
This must be the club's safe. What I am looking for is probably inside. I need something. This must be the club's safe. What I am looking for is probably inside. The lock on this chest is very sophisticated. Let's see.
Oh. Oh. Is this one of those all the sides must match the other sides sort of puzzle? Oh, brother. Where do I start? Let's see. Well, PP. So an N looking thing, and then an N and a Y. N and a Y, N and a Y, N and a Y, N and a Y, N and a Y. That does not exist. Let's see. A P. P and an I. No, an I and a W, sorry. So I, W, I, W, I, W, I, W. There's no I, W. There's a this and a W. But that would mean that I'd have to put... Oops. Okay, so this on the bottom, N N Y. No. Well, garble smarble. Let's take a quick peek. I want to at least get myself started. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 goes right here. So let's see if I can't sort this on my own from here with our starting piece. So there'd be an N at the top. How many of these have N's at the top? There's 2. So it's one of these 2. And then there's an N to the side. There's 2, 3 of those. Alright. So if it's got an N at the top, if it's got this little doobob on the top, let's see. There's this one, and then there's also this one. So N on this side, and it would have to have. Let's see if I put this here to match, N on the top, and this thing on the side. But that doesn't exist. So it can't be this one. It's got to be this one, which would then be these 2, top and side. Does that exist? No. Okay, so then it's not this one. Rather, it's this one. And then N to the side, W on the bottom. So a W on the top and an N on the side. That'd be this one. Ha ha! Alright, so then we have to have a P. There's only one of those, so that makes life easy. And then an N on the top and a squiggly on the side right here. Which means this goes here, and this goes there. Chunk.
Elementary.
Haha, we did it.
I need something.
I need something?
These documents contain some words in Yiddish, which reads from right to left.
Oh. I don't know if I... What now? We know from Kabbalah the power of Germania that enables us to count everything in the world seen and unseen. Thus we know that Lester counts as 439, and he is blessed because 439 is also Yiddish, which means the man of God. Dear Joseph, I did the counting of names for our club members, which is as follows. Mr. Bath is 403. Bet 2, Alf 1, and Thav 4. Mr. Hammer is 356. High 5, Alf 1, Mem 40, Ayin 70, and Reich 200. Sincerely yours, please. P.S. Please tell Mr. Mural that provided his name is spelled as some Yiddish, he is 346. We're going to jump straight to the cheat guide for this one because I don't want to break my brain. Okay. Okay, we did it. Read the information. Learn the name of the court. Number of ledgers are filed. The apostles place the letters in the spine and ledgers above short Hebrew numbers. Use the alphabet translator. The left is clues. The letter in the word are arranged spelled to the right. Clues. A is 1 from Bath Hammer clue. B is 2 from Bath clue. H is 5 from Bath Hammer clue. U is 6 from the Mural clue. L is 30 from the Mural clue. M is 40 from the Hammer Mural clue. E is 70 from the Hammer Mural clue. And R is 200 from the Mural. Check the number corresponding to the Hebrew letter below. Right of the puzzle and take the letter from below the ledgers and place it on the squares in the spine of the ledger. If correct, the arrow turns green. Okay, so Levy. Oh. What? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. No. So, wait, what was L again? L is 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30. This is L right here. Haha! Success. Okay, so B is 2. A is 1. So N is 1. TH or T is 400. T 400. The N, or this lowercase n we'll call it. T is not up here. Oh. Okay, so this is 5, which is H. And then 40 M. And then AI is 70. Wait, AI. Ein? And R is 200. So these last two. Okay, so M-U-R-E-L, M-U-R-E-L. So L. This is need to solve for U, maybe? Let's find out. No. Oh, is this backwards? Because this is M. It is. Okay, so M, U. So this is U. Okay. R, E. This is E. Da 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 da.
Excellent. Now, on to the next step.
There's another step? Oh. Joseph Levy? We're looking for Joseph, right? Born in Aldgate, 1841. Membership, April 14th, 1886. Address, 36 Middlesex Street, Aldergate. Profession, self-employed butcher at 1 Hutchins Street. Dues, 10 shillings, 6 pence, April 14th, 1887. 11 shillings, April 15th, 1888.
Here we are. I have the address of this Joseph Hyam Levy, 36 Middlesex Street. Now, let's try to get out of here without being seen.
Go out the window.
I can't get out through the window. It's blocked and appears to be reinforced. I'll have to find another way out.
Damn. Oh, go out the coal window then.
Blast! My exit has been sealed off. The barrel was replaced. I'll have to find another way.
You gotta be kidding me. What's all this then?
Blast! My exit...
Paper. Stupid, it's so easy. Yeah, well, then you come and do it, Paper.
I can't get out through the window. It's blocked and appears to be reinforced. I'll have to find another way out. Closed.
I don't suppose I have that key anymore, do I? No. Fred. Okay.
The kitchen. It's closed, and besides, I won't find what I'm looking for in there.
Looking for a way out, you doink.
No, that's not a good idea. The watchman is still there. I must find a way to get him to leave his post. No, that's not such a good idea. There's a meeting taking place. No, that's not a good idea. This may come in handy.
A rope and a candlestick?
The kitchen. It's closed, and besides, I won't...
Fine. Let's see what I can hear.
I need something. I need something.
Oh my goodness.
I need something. I need something. I need something.
Okay.
Closed.
Crying out loud.
I need something.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Holmes. Neighbor, question, do you still work with Morpheus? No, Paper, I don't.
I need something. I need something. I need something. I need something.
Okay, I get it, Holmes. We need something. We need something. No, I haven't talked to him since, probably the last time they streamed, Paper. I don't have any answers for you about what's going on with that. Sorry. A hook. Aha! Oh. But no! Game, I should be able to step over that.
I need something.
What the
I
bloody
need something.
frackin' hell?
I need something.
Sorry, Paper.
I need something.
Sorry to dash your hopes and dreams. Alright, so what am I doing here? Okay. Exit the room, go to the utility door next door. Go down to the cell and open the window. See, the barrel's been blocked to the exit. Take the bucket from the floor in front of the stairs. The hook on the floor sets upstairs. Use the clothesline hanging from the lantern shelf on the stairs. Go up to the utility room. Look up the ceiling. Use the hook on the loose... Oh, there's loose wires on the ceiling. Where? Oh. Oh my. The hell am I doing? Oh, I see what I'm doing. Now we attach the bucket of cans.
I need something.
Light the candle.
Now let's quickly hide in administration.
Yeah, I wrote the script, Holmes. What the? Go now, Holmes, while he's distracted. Quickly.
Let's visit Joseph Levy at 36 Middlesex Street.
Yes, let's. Which is... here.
Here I am in Middlesex Street. Let's find number 36.
Oh, that's not going to be too hard. Giant letters all over the place.
Hello, sir. What do you want?
Hello, Ma'am. I would like to speak with Mr. Levy. Do you know if he's in?
I am Mrs. Levy, his wife. He's not arrived yet.
Do you know when he'll be in?
Oh, no idea. You know, he works at the butcher's and helps at the slaughterhouse. It often happens that he doesn't come in until early morning and then leaves right away.
Well, listen. As soon as your husband Joseph returns, tell him that...
My husband isn't called Joseph.
You aren't the wife of Joseph Hyam Levy?
No, of course not. I'm the wife of Jacob Levy. Mr. Hyam Levy used to live here with his parents, but he moved.
Mommy, who's the man that you are talking
Wow. Look at
But
that kid's
this
face.
poor child has syphilis. He carries the mark on his face.
Leave us, children. Go back inside with your brothers and sisters.
to? Yes, Mother.
As I was saying, Mr. Hyam Levy doesn't live here. He works in a butcher's near Aldgate, but I don't know exactly where. But if you find him, he will surely live next door. Butchers always live near their work.
Could you possibly give him a message on my behalf?
I don't see him often, and, well, even though we know him, we aren't on friendly terms, you see?
Is he bothering you, Mommy?
No, Simon, not at all.
That's a handsome boy you have. It's strange that he has light hair.
He takes after his father. Strong, with light hair.
Wait, he sounds familiar to me. A man of about 50 years old, very big, at least 6 feet tall, and left-handed, correct?
You are mistaken yet again. My husband is only 32 years old, no taller than 5'3", and he's right-handed.
Obviously, there are many Levies in the area. I will leave you, and I pray that you'll excuse the disturbance. Perhaps we will have the pleasure of meeting again. Farewell, Ma'am.
Goodbye, sir.
That was pleasant, at least.
Daddy!
I must return to Baker Street. Let's go to Baker Street.
Dun-dun. Paper, you missed them? Yeah.
Well, Watson, not looking so good.
Whose fault is that, Holmes? If you hadn't shown me your masterpiece in clay.
Some
Yeah, it was
actions have
gross.
much larger repercussions than would be assumed at first glance. Listen, Watson, in a few minutes I will leave Baker Street in order to meet Jack the Ripper and put an end to his crimes. Beforehand, I want to go over all our discoveries to assure myself that everything is clear.
Jack the Ripper? You know the identity of Jack the Ripper?
Without a shadow of a doubt, Watson, and I assure you that we are in possession of all the elements required to determine who Jack the Ripper is. Would you like to do this work with me?
Sure, Holmes.
Well, we are still missing certain information in order to finish this investigation, Watson.
There is no organ trafficking in London. MJ Kelly's heart was removed the same way as the other murders. MJ Kelly's lungs were subject to incisions. And many of MJ Kelly's organs were detached. Which means... Let's see. Subject to incisions and detached. The killer wanted to verify that the killer kept going at his victims. The killer hesitated on the organs to remove. Chapman's uterus was removed and taken. Edo's kidneys and uterus were removed. Heart was removed the same way as the other murders. The victim each had a deformity. Jack the Ripper removed the victim's organs when he could. Jack the Ripper lost the organs of some of his victims when he examined them. Okay, so that's that. Let's go up here to number 1. And where's this? Okay. Nicholas had her bonnet in her hand and was ready to exercise. Chapman was holding an exercise in quotes. Exercise. Paper, do you know you're on the mod? Okay. What does that have to do with anything? Chapman was holding the envelope in her hand. Stride was holding a packet of pastels in her left hand. Edos had a thimble in her hand. Jack the Ripper offered a gift to each of the victims before killing them. Jack the Ripper diverted the attention of his victims for killing them. The victims knew each other and had things in common. Edo's murder is unfeeling and organized. Unfeeling and organized. Murder took place on the premises. Predator strangled and left. What? So... the White Killer must have accompanied that White Killer starts. The White Killer proceeded in the same way. Oh, it is not the same man who killed Pete Nichols in the enchantment. It's the same man who killed Pete Nichols in the enchantment. My child killer has an accomplice. No. It is the same man. It's the same man. Jethro is a great physical force. Is a corpulent man. Is tall. Physical force, leading to the conclusion that Jack the Ripper had an accomplice. Jack the Ripper could not have committed these 5 murders. Jack the Ripper definitely killed Nicholas Chapman Telly. Boom. Boom. All of this leads to the conclusion that Jack the Ripper was a butcher. All of this is sorted, and now we lay the next to determine that Jack the Ripper is right-handed. And finally, our last set of clues leads us to the conclusions. Jack the Ripper wants to accuse someone who is living Gold Street. Jack the Ripper has scored to settle with the Jewish community. Jack the Ripper wants to put the police on the wrong track. No score to settle. And wanted to rip the faces off his victims. Jack the Ripper wanted to disfigure his last victims. Syphilis, and wants to compare him to the term. Seems to be suffering from syphilis. No, Ripper was confronted with syphilis. Paper looks like it's a short stream. Possibly, we'll see. So that's all of our deductions. Where are we going?
Well, we are still missing certain information in order to...
Wow, that was... What happened? Why'd that happen? Oh god, not that doll again.
Well, we are still missing certain information in order to finish this investigation, Watson.
What did I miss? That's everything here. That's everything here. Paper, so you'd cry. Oh, don't cry. That's everything here. Aha! I missed one. The murderer was looking for money or objects of value. The murderer was looking for something that had been stolen from. The murderer was setting up a ritual around the bodies. No. No. Objects. Which leads us to know that the white capture is a fetishist? No. Collects trophies? No.
Perfect,
4.
Watson.
We did it, Watson.
Let's determine who Jack the Ripper is, Watson.
What now? Wait, where'd that board go? Why is it way over here? I'm gonna save. All right, here we
Thus,
go.
we have 5 suspects. Let's add the elements that correspond to each of them.
I almost kicked my kitty. She likes to sit down under my desk. Right in prime kicking position. Goofy little fuzzball. Dr. Francis Timblety. Jack the Ripper is right-handed. Jack the Ripper is right-handed. Jack the Ripper was confronted with syphilis. Ripper. Settle. This is great physical force. Stacking up against Levy pretty harsh. Oh, he's going to circle? Oh, that's annoying. Confronted with syphilis. So what else? Do I have to have placements for all of these? Okay. No, I want the... I want all the nose down at the bottom, thank you. Okay. Now I'm getting shit mixed together. Sheesh. It's Jacob Levy. It's gotta be. Looks like it's everything. That's everything.
Thus, we have 5 suspects. Let's add the elements that correspond to each of them.
I did. We're done. See? I did it. I did it. What else could there be? Alright, let's check our handy dandy notebook. Go to the center of the room. Place the appropriate squares from left on the 5 seconds that pertain to. Okay. Jack the Ripper is right-handed. They all get it. Jack the Ripper was confronted with syphilis. Goes here. And here. And that's it. Actually, let me overlap these. Alright. Whitechapel Killer is poor. This goes here, and here, and here. Whitechapel Killer is or was a butcher. Here, here, and here. Jack the Ripper is scored to settle with the Jewish community. Here. Oh wait, no, look at the wrong line. Here. And here. Physical strength. First row, Janitor has workman's clothes. Let's go this way. Workman's clothes goes here. And here. Lives in a ward of Aldergate. Which goes here. No. No. Wait, it doesn't go here? Aldergate. Yeah, it says it goes here. And here. 5-3. Goes here. And light colored hair and a mustache. Here. Ah. What am I missing? Right-handed. Everyone gets right-handed. Confronted with syphilis. Just wait. Do I have to? These have to like overlap or something. This guy gets nothing else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 2. Yes. All of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm confused. Am I supposed to leave a gap? I don't understand. This is it.
Thus, we have 5 suspects. Let's add the elements that correspond to each of them.
Oh, this is frustrating. Okay, everyone gets right-handed. The thing says right-handed. Everyone has a little asterisk determining that, yes, they all get right-handed. Confronted with syphilis. He gets this one. And he gets this one. Whitechapel killer is poor. Goes on here. And here. And here. Okay. Izzer was a butcher. Is here. And here. And here. Settle a score with the Jewish community. Just the last two guys. Great physical strength. Him. Him. Okay, then the other thing get it. Now, workman's clothes. So workman's clothes goes to here. And here. This should actually be on there, so this needs to move up half a tick. Okay. Lives in the ward goes to here. Here. And here. 5-3. Okay. So I think I'm missing some information that would allow these two to queue in. Let me make sure. 5-3, which goes here only, and hand mustache goes here only. Okay. Ooh. I need to run and use the restroom real quick, so I'll be right back, everyone. Hold that thought. Haha, back. Okay, so the guide that I'm using, which hasn't really steered me wrong before, shows that this is the card layout. All of these should be in this way. So I must be missing the proof that these two live in the ward. Because this is fully filled out. Yep. This is 100%ed. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so they're all good. So there's got to be something in a dialogue, a document, a note, a conclusion, not a conclusion, deduction. No. Timeline. Everything's added to the timeline. The map. Notes. Documents. Dialogues. Items. This is the final deduction. You must remember who Jack the Ripper is. The 5 principal suspects in the case are represented at the top of the screen by an icon showing their faces. On the left, you have cards showing Jack the Ripper's features. You must assign the features that seem to correspond to the suspects by placing them under their images. The suspects can have between 1 and 10 cards each. To move a card, click on it one at a time, then click under the suspect to whom you wish to link it. Be sure to not assign anything to the suspects that hasn't been proven. Once positioned, the card changes color. Feature 20 places identified by a green color. An incorrectly assigned card is surrounded by red. To resolve the puzzle, you should only be the correct cards under the suspects indicated by a green color. You must remove or replace the cards in red once all the cards are assigned to the correct suspects. That is to say, once they are all green, you must place the face of Jack the Ripper on the mannequin to the left.
And there you go, Watson. Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper.
Fantastic,
We
Holmes.
did it!
And terrifying. But some aspects of this case are still unclear, at least for me.
For
Okay,
example, Watson?
Why does the man only kill prostitutes?
The man kills prostitutes because he blames them for the misery of his life. He must have frequented them assiduously, and during these nocturnal visits, he contracted syphilis, which he passed on to his spouse, and via her, at least one of his children. He is an angry man in despair following a mistake that cannot be fixed.
Okay.
Why does he only kill such miserable prostitutes?
He never had the means to afford prostitutes of higher standing than Nichols, Chapman, and the others. At one point in his life, he was forced to steal to make ends meet. This indiscretion cost him dearly. He was imprisoned and exiled from his community.
Okay.
He had frequented low-class prostitutes. Thus, it was they who infected him, and they who must pay.
But why did he remove the organs?
To take vengeance on his own community, which rejected him and had more success than he.
Ooh.
He is a man who bore the burden of a sinister reputation, that of a thief and a madman, because of his internment. So he took his vengeance in the most cowardly and horrific manner imaginable. He rubbed his knife on the uterus of a sick prostitute before using it. He passed Edow's kidney off as a veal kidney.
Why did he disfigure the faces of the last 2 victims?
Revenge yet again, Watson. This is what you did to my child. You will suffer the same fate.
Wow.
And the piece of apron and the message at Goulston Street?
The only reason to have placed the piece of apron incriminating the message and attracting attention towards himself is that the people that Levy holds responsible for his arrest live in this building. The butcher's where he committed the theft is found in Goulston Street, and the majority of the butchers who denounced him surely live close to their workplaces.
But finally, Holmes, why didn't his wife or anyone else notice anything?
His wife has many children and must be very busy. The man is a butcher, which must facilitate things when one is questioned by the police in the street and must justify the bloodstains on oneself. Furthermore, butchers often work during the night as the meat must be sold fresh each morning. His nocturnal absences were easily justifiable. Finally, he works in the butchers or slaughterhouses. Nothing could be more simple than slipping a kidney in here and using a knife soiled with human blood there.
This story is frightful, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson. Lies, infidelity, venereal disease, murder, mutilation, and finally cannibalism. A complete anthology of what humans at their most vile are capable.
Let's go at once to Whitechapel and put this madman where he can do no more harm, Holmes.
Let's, Watson.
Let's.
I do believe we are not alone. I hope these men won't prevent us from passing.
Me? No. But you, yes, Watson. Your journey ends here tonight.
Pardon?
You're sometimes a little hot-headed. Moreover, Mr. Solomonovich has a few things to tell you. I won't be long.
You can come in, Mr. Holmes. He's waiting for you inside. Everything was organized according to your instructions. I don't know how to thank you.
Later. Dr. Watson is awaiting an explanation from you.
What? We don't get to hear what he says? Boo! Why did Holmes pull the chair back? Oh, reenact for me how you did it. This is how I did it. Why did we go all independent film at the end here? You know what would really make our game classy? If the ending cutscene is real, like, independent film. Kinda weird. Surreal. With no audio. No dialogue. Just the sound effect audio. And we'll have the murderer mime out his master plan for some reason. Truly a tortured soul. Hello, Watson.
Hello, Watson.
Holmes, have you the slightest idea what you are doing?
I think so, Watson.
Leaving this bloodthirsty pervert at liberty and hiding his existence from the London police? What folly!
Certainly, the police will never find their man, but with so many men deployed, this affair will indirectly have a benevolent effect on the crime in the vicinity.
But Holmes, wait! Justice hasn't been served, and we are accomplices to the fact.
Justice? But I don't serve justice, Watson. I serve truth. And, incidentally, I serve my country, and I don't think that I have ever served it better than today. Imagine if after months of terror and a murder as abominable as that of Miller's Court, we deliver to the English people a man of the Jewish faith, a journeyman and head of family as the guilty party.
Ooh, yeah.
A man who forced members of his own people to eat human flesh. All of this contained tension would have exploded in a myriad of anti-Semitic acts which would have thrown Whitechapel into a rage of fire and blood. And this man's family, who are completely innocent and have suffered more than their lot, would have been the first in the line of sight. Should we condemn an entire people to shame and promise them 1,000 wounds because one of their members committed an unmentionable crime? Neither I nor you have the right to do so. Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper, is now in the hands of his own people.
Hey, Vicious
I
Prince,
have
how's it
complete
going?
faith in Mr. Solonovich and the members of his community who, I remind you, courageously helped us. They took great risks and acted with the most salutary discretion. And, oh yes, it is understood that you cannot chronicle this investigation. It would be best to invent a story that takes us far from London during the somber period, in pursuit of, let's see, something challenging. A ghostly dog that glows in the night.
Don't be ridiculous, Holmes. But what will happen now? The police will endure a serious setback and a real loss of credibility. And this man?
Well, a few months after the murders have ceased, the police commission, finding themselves at an impasse, will come up with a story to tell, and everyone will vow that they know the secret identity of the killer without having the right to reveal it. As for Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper, he will be imprisoned by his own people. He will pace like a lion in its cage until the end of his days, haunted by his crimes and his insatiable vengeance, until finally the disease which drove him to kill those poor women will finish its work and make him its final victim.
I'm glad you're doing good, Vicious. The murder of Mary Jane Kelly was Jack the Ripper's last crime. On July 29, 1891, Jacob Levy died of a general paralysis caused by syphilis. In the same year, 1891, the police filed away the case for good without explanation. For the general public, the mystery remained unsolved. Jack the Ripper's shadow roams forever in Whitechapel's alleys. Well, Vicious, you made it just in time for the end of the game. So, there we have it, everyone. Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper, and we discovered who Jack the Ripper was. And I love that little bit at the end there, how they explained why Jack the Ripper's identity was never revealed to the public. Whether that's based on any sort of truth or not, I have no idea. But it made it nice. It's a nice little way of, here's how Sherlock did it. This is why we don't have an official on the record accounting of it. Paper, the truck! Yay, wait. Yes. It's a little bit anticlimactic, I suppose, in a sense, but I rather enjoyed it. Other than all that fiddling at the end, trying to get all those cards sorted. So, we're only an hour 25 into stream. Should we do something else for a little bit, or should we call it a night? And if we do something else, what could it be? Sorry, my cat's sitting over here just in the corner of my eye. And she's kind of just sitting there looking up at things, and I'm wondering if she's looking at something in particular, or just being a silly little kitten. Hey, silly little kitten, what you doing? She's just being silly. Meow. Hey, meow. Paper once more? I don't know. Not that paper. I'm not getting my account banned. You can go do that in your own time. Ah, here we go. Actually, I did want to see this bit. Who are the voices of the... Oh, it doesn't say who they played. It just says the names. Ah. Absolutely atrocious. Well, let's assume Holmes and Watson are the first two. That's a complete guess based on nothing other than that they're listed first. Alright. Well, there isn't really much point in trying to save again. So let's exit the game. And you all get a black screen with a little me in the corner for a minute. Whoops. That wasn't very graceful, kitty. She tried jumping onto my chair over the garbage can sitting beside the chair, and well, you may have heard, she just barely made that. Alright, let me look up and see what the next game in the series is that we're going to play. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I know this is overly entertaining, especially because you can't see anything. Let's see. I should get me a game over screen. To put up. So it's not just the blackness. The darkness. Let's see. Is this where I want to go? Alright. So let's go to the official... I know what I want. I know what I want. Frogwares. I think I want Frogwares website. I think they have them all listed in the order there. Games. Previous games. Alright, so... these are not in order. I don't think. Oh, maybe they're in backwards order. Mystery of the Mummy, Silver Ring, Mystery of the Persian Carpet, Heart of God, not that, not. Hound of the Bakersvilles, Arsene Lupin, Remastered Edition, Jack the Ripper, Testament of Sherlock Holmes. Alright, I need to go. I actually do need to look up an actual listing. Because on the Frogwares sites, it's confusing to me. Let's see, Sherlock Holmes games order. Here we go. I think I found it. So, Mystery of the Mummy, which we didn't play because it's not available on Steam. Silver Earrings, where we started, and then we played The Awakened Remastered, and then we played Arsene Lupin vs. Nemesis, and then we skipped Persian Carpet because it's one of those find the little things in the picture games. We just finished Jack the Ripper, and next is... that's a DS game, so we're not playing that. Sherlock Holmes and the Hound of Baskervilles? Let's see if that's in my library. All games. Sherlock Holmes. That's not in my library, so we won't be playing that. The Testament of Sherlock Holmes? Is that in my library? It's not. So it looks like the next one that I have available in my library is Crimes and Punishment. Ooh, there it is. Which looks like a slightly newer one. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh. Good job, Nightbot. Dealing with those nasty little bots. Alright, so I believe... Well, there's the Testament. Ha! We do have the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. So we'll be playing the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. Stupid reason a stupid head paper. I'm assuming it's a bot. So next Wednesday we'll start the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. I know nothing about it yet. It's just that I know that we will be playing it. So, and then after that I believe comes Crime and Punishment. Haha. So we're closing in towards the end of the list, actually, because after Testament, I believe, is Crimes and Punishment, and then after that, I believe, is The Devil's Daughter. I could be wrong. Paper, don't forget you. What am I not forgetting, Paper? So, The Testament of Sherlock Holmes. It's set in 1898. All evidence of an ongoing police investigation points to Sherlock Holmes as the main suspect in a case involving theft, fraud, and murder. Unable to prove his own innocence, Holmes rapidly loses the trust of London. When even the loyalty of his closest friend, Dr. Watson, begins to waver, Sherlock is forced to flee Scotland Yard and begin his investigation to prove his innocence, confronting his most dangerous opponent in the process, Moriarty. So, everyone, we'll be picking up with that Testament of Sherlock Holmes next Wednesday. And a quick reminder, I will not be streaming this coming Friday, as I do have to work Saturday morning, and I have to get up early, so there just won't be enough time for stream. So we'll be putting off, or not have a stream Friday, and I will be back Monday with more Detroit Become Human. We are slowly closing in towards the end of that, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it ends this time. Other than that, thank you all for being here. Thank you again to Night Paper for renewing your subscription. And yeah, let's see if there's anyone I can raid. Well, we can raid I'd Twizzled, or CD's playing Super Mario 64, and Twizzled's playing Vindictus. Let's raid Twizzled. Let's raid Ivy Twizzled. So, again, thank you everyone for being here. Sorry that it was a bit of a shorter stream, but hey, we got the game finished. And until next time, as always, please stay safe out there.